The two greatest gods of the earthly universe are Jesus and Satan. Preface. Throughout human history, stories about the greatest creator, gods, angels, and Satan have never ceased to be told. Countless scriptures, legends, and religious traditions have shaped our understanding of the universe and life. Yet behind these intricate doctrines, what is the ultimate truth? The ideas presented in this booklet come from the revelations of Lifechanyuan guide Siefeng. Here unfolds a vision of the universe that is vastly different from traditional religions, yet coherent and profound. The greatest creator is the source and program of the universe. Gods are helpers formed by the energy and consciousness of the greatest creator. Jesus and Satan are not absolute enemies, but rather two poles of yin and yang, opposites that unify and sustain the balance of the universe. Angels, Buddhas, and immortals are secondary beings, existing in different dimensions and fulfilling their respective roles. Through this lens, we may come to a new understanding of good and evil, heaven and hell, and salvation and fall. Satan is no longer merely a cursed demon, but an indispensable pole in the cosmic order. Jesus is not only the savior of traditional faith, but also a great divine being who stands alongside Satan, together carrying out the will of the greatest creator. This is neither mythology nor a denial of old scriptures. It is a revelation of the deeper mechanisms behind the universe, and of the real relationship between human destiny and free will. May readers enter this booklet with an open heart, and listen to the voice that comes from the depths of the universe. Contents. The two greatest gods of the earthly universe are Jesus and Satan. 3. Jesus and Satan are equally important. 6. Satan became a devil because he wanted to be the greatest creator. 8. Notice from Satan. 10. The God in the Bible is Satan. 13. Beware of the devil stealthily slipping into the heart. 18. The teachings of Jesus. 21. The two greatest gods of the earthly universe are Jesus and Satan. Siefeng. How did the greatest creator operate the universe after being born? By beginning to create gods. What is a god? A god is the assistant of the greatest creator. How does the greatest creator create gods? We already know that the greatest creator is the core of the universe's total energy, the central nervous system of the universe. By compressing regional energy with his powerful consciousness energy, these regional energies were transformed into relatively independent clusters of energy. At the core of each cluster, a special structure was formed, and sustained by energy, consciousness arose. These conscious beings are the gods. This process of creating gods is somewhat like making bricks in a kiln. Soft clay mixed with suitable chemical materials is placed into the kiln, heated with intense energy, and emerges transformed from soft earth into solid bricks. Suppose we place such clay and chemical materials into an indestructible container, then expose it to an extremely high-energy burn. This mixture would form a special structure, from which consciousness would arise, and a new life would be born. How many gods did the greatest creator create? Countless. Each god possesses an independent consciousness, yet their energy is far less than that of the greatest creator. Therefore, all gods must obey the will of the greatest creator. How great is a god's energy? The energy of a god depends on the size of the energy cluster from which it was formed. Some gods possess tremendous energy, others much less, but even the smallest god's energy surpasses that of any visible celestial body. The sun has immense energy, yet even the least powerful god surpasses the total energy of the sun. The black holes scattered throughout the universe are each a god. After creating gods, the greatest creator directed them individually or in groups to form systems. For example, the small universe in which Earth is located is organized and operated by many gods, black holes. Among them, the two greatest gods are Jesus and Satan. It can be said that the earthly universe, including 3,000 spiral galaxies, 9 million Milky Way galaxies, and 27 billion solar systems, is jointly governed by Jesus and Satan. Jesus and Satan are a unity of opposites. Jesus represents truth, goodness, and beauty, while Satan represents falsehood, evil, and ugliness. Jesus represents light, Satan represents darkness. Jesus represents the ordinary, Satan represents the extraordinary. Jesus represents gentleness, Satan represents strength. Buddhas and super-celestials are angels, one level lower than gods. After the gods who managed the universe were created, the universe was still not full of vitality. It remained cold and desolate, and even the gods themselves felt bored and lonely. Therefore, the gods requested the greatest creator to create other forms of life so that the universe would become lively and vibrant. The greatest creator then used energy clusters smaller than those used to create gods to produce countless new beings. These beings are what Judaism, Christianity, Catholicism, and Islam call angels.